Well, this is the fire that residents of Modogashe in Garbatula, Isiolo County, especially women and girls, have to go through before they get water. It's rained in most parts of the country, but not in this area. They are asking for government's intervention to help them get this basic commodity for survival. On this episode of Health Watch, we highlight the daily struggle for water among residents in Isiolo County. It's around 9 a.m. in Modogashe, Isiolo County, one of the arid counties in the country. And tens of families, mostly women and children, are here at River Togi, Modogashe's main water source, glimmering for water at some of the unprotected water wells. Fatuma Ali says fighting among the residents as they scramble for water is a common sight around here. We have problems with water. For many years, we have not had rains. We are also appealing for help with food because that is also a problem. They spend most of their time scavenging for water from unprotected sources because the crippled economy means they cannot afford to buy water.
I'm afraid situation will go bad as I see it is today. People are migrating. If you go to Serich, you'll find that wameama because of the situation. What about schools, pupils and students? Things are not that good. It is not good at all. The situation will worsen.
The women, some with babies trapped in their bags, must flock in this river to fetch water. It is their only hope.
Their life is not safe when they go for that water. Last year, we lost a person within that well because when they went to tap that water or to get that water, he fell down. And that is how he went. And he died, not even injured. He died instantly because the well is too deep, but they have to go for that water because there is no option. Eldera, people have even migrated. You'll find 2 or 3 people there. But the remaining people, they have migrated because also insecurity is there. Along Eldera, Garbatula, Isiolo coming up to Modogashe. The road, bandits are there. So with that, force these people from Eldera to migrate because of insecurity. Now side of Iresaburu, Badana, Sericho, Komorbula and Modogashe, the drought really affected these people. I realized the time I made a walk, a courtesy call, as I was going around the division, checking the situation on the ground, I realized that places like Sericho, Badana, these people have lost a lot of livestock.
The water is shared between people and animals. Some too shower from the same sources. Both the water distribution process and sources have proven to be health hazards.
Unfortunately, we are not seeing a lot being done by government with an excuse that it has been 6 months in office. So, but that could have been translated in the budget that was just passed. If you look at the budget that was passed, only 4 billion was provided. So 4 billion out of this year, we are talking about 3 trillion budget. That is a 0.13% of the budget, even not 2%, which is according to the disaster management acts that most of the local counties have. So as a government, if they had put even 2%, that meant we'll have got a higher amount.
The women look worn out as they transport their water home. At times of the crisis, others must step in to help. The county government is trying to help by distributing safe water to locals. At Modogashe town, women and their children queue for water. The lucky ones will go home with at least 20 liters that is expected to last them a whole month.
These women are desperately waiting for the water truck. What I do is take a list of names of the families. The truck was to arrive at around 10 a.m. We're still waiting.
Some have been here since 4 a.m. hoping to be served first, but they are patiently waiting, women and their children.
The population is a bit high, and so they cannot manage with only water busa. There is a water busa that were here by the county government, but all of them are grounded. Yesterday when I was checking up what could be the problem, I heard there was some little problem between the contractor, maybe from the with the county government. So I think if something is not done as early as possible, schools will automatically close. Hospitals are not working because there is no water. Now, generally on the side of the entire division, we have Resaburu, the same problem of water. You come to Badana location, the same problem of water. Come to Sericho location, the same problem of water. Come to Komorbula, the same problem. Go to Modogashe, the same problem. Even if you go to Eldera.
When the truck finally arrives at around noon, it's a scramble for water. Each family hopes to go home with something.
The water truck arrived at noon. The water was not enough, therefore, most families have not received anything. Around 24 families have missed. They have to wait for the next trip in 21 days. They will have to go home without water.
62-year-old Hamima Jerma is among the lucky lot. She cannot hide her joy. She's finally going home with water. I am very happy that I am finally going home with water. Some of the women have not been lucky, so we will have to share amongst ourselves. This will not be enough, of course, but it is better than nothing. We will use it to cook, drink, and maybe wash our children's clothes. Sometimes we stay without taking a shower for up to 3 weeks. That is not a priority for now. We have to wash our children's clothes so that they are not sent home. The truck of life. It leaves residents with hope for the future. Once every month, it helps save lives of hundreds of residents here.
Water and other basic commodities. That one compels some of the students and pupils, they drop out of school as early as possible. That is why you also realize a challenge in early marriage. Because most so girls, they will not maintain until class 8. Some of them are being eloped for early marriage. What are the problem? The life situation and the condition forces them to go that route. So this one has caused the performance of even the students this side is very poor because they can't cope. If we talk generally in education, it is very poor because now if you go to the schools, they don't have water, yet primary there is a feeding program. Teachers can't even organize for these pupils to be cooked for. So majority of them are back at home. So that one sometimes causes teachers, there is nothing they can do. Sometime maybe in the near future, if nothing has been done, I see these people closing the school before the time for closing because there is no water and there is no water busa that is there specifically for all these things. As at now we talk about in the school fraternity, you realize that there is only one vehicle here, water busa. It is catering for the community plus the institutions, but it is not enough. For example, 1 or 2 weeks ikipeleka maji kwa shule sahi, maybe till next month, that is April or May. But in between, the community, if they get water today, they will have to wait for another 20 days for them to get another container or to get water again. So because they have divided this water into sectors, villages and everything, the population is a bit high, and so they cannot manage with only water busa. There is a water busa that were here by the county government, but all of them are grounded. Yesterday when I was checking up what could be the problem, I heard there was some little problem between the contractor, maybe from the with the county government.
This is an ever bigger problem than usual when water is so crucial for sanitation to keep diseases such as cholera at bay.
What will help this area or these people is a lasting solution. A lasting solution whereby if they can be given a boreholes, they can dig a boreholes that will solve these problems once and for all. I think the issue of water will come to pass. But with the situation now, water busa won't help that problem. In fact, it is worsening the situation. If it is there, you'll find people are grumbling, people are fighting. If you go to the shallow wells, it is pathetic. The deep where people are really harvesting that water, I don't think whether you can gather courage even to go and even visit those shallow wells. Some of them are deep, and some you cannot even access. That is the situation on the ground. Water, they have their need of water because it is scarcity, it is scarce, and also it is a basic need. So now, that is one of the problems these people have.
We need to collectively come together to ensure that disaster management works holistically, it's integrated. We work in a nexus approach where development, peace, and all these kinds of things are working together so that we are able to do these trigger models and thresholds at each of the counties where they can be able to analyze and collect more data. So the early warning system must be boosted. We would like to see the community health system, which the government is working and using with the health information system, to really pick up all that data at the very lowest level, and it's used for analysis. Right now there's a disconnect. We're only relying on the early warnings that are provided by NDMA and the KMD. But already these indicators have been tracked by the health information system.
The right to water and sanitation is introduced under Article 43 of the Constitution of Kenya.